Um. Okay. What is the direction? Actually, I updated OBS. What is my audio? Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if I wanted to put a portal at 5, not a portal, an elevator at 689 and 87. Okay. Let's do some classic measuring. 572, 689. It's literally like right there. That's not the worst. Whoops. I probably should keep this. Ta-da-da. Maybe put a divider wall in. We'll see. Okay, so let's close this. Probably not going to be a window anymore. It's off center. Maybe I'll stick a door. Right, 689, 572. Weird. Come here. Come here, you. Okay. Oh, yeah. Slick. Nice. Nailed. Oh, we're just making no progress here. Okay. This goes like this, and then like this. A little bit of decoration. Pick this up. And we will pick this up. Like that. Okay. And thorium goes here. Elevator. Not elevator. Lamp. Where can I stick lamp? Lighting is going to be tricky. I'll need some kind of pillars or something. So for right now, as a reminder, because these things are hideous, I'll just stick them somewhere. We do have electricity, so we have no mob spawns. I should probably grab an XNet cable. One, two, three, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's probably going to end up being a wall. XNet. We don't have XNet cables. We just have 2 of them. Okay, so I think that right there is what I want. Boom. Nice. Now, in terms of redstone, I think I want a door, and we don't need the full size of this. Let's tear this down. What if I made it out of great wood, I wonder? Now I'm going to put stone on it. Okay. So. I think all I really need is... I would like it to be 3 tall, but then anything here could be a door. Where's my hammer? Do a little bit of cleanup. Oop. Gotta get farther in Thaumcraft. There's some kind of weird warping thing going on that I don't fully understand what the deal is. Kind of dark over there. Okay. Let's just do this. Whoops, that lighting is just the... Is that... Must be lightning? Is it raining right now? Go check the windshield. Yes, okay, so it's storming. That's just lightning. Makes me wish I had a lightning rod. Okay, I should grab a door. A lot of back and forth. You know what I should put in here is a trail of brownstone for like running, which would of course absolutely sewer a lot of the paths. Do we have brownstone? Maybe that's not a bad idea, perhaps? Real quick side quest. What if we did something like so? How much? We got lots of room in our inventory. And I can repurpose this wood for the path outside. Probably should get a magnet. I don't want to get too distracted though. Oh, hey. Where'd you come from? I should have power over there. Okay. Let's do something like this. A little bit of a... Yeah, this probably... Whoop. Okay, so I'm gonna want 1, 2, 3, I think. This is probably should be a wider corridor, I would think. Just trying to get some rough pathing up just because I'm doing so much running around. It's nice to have that speed boost. We got wands. We almost don't have wands. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is anything centered? Sort of, kind of. Center's not the immediate goal. It's just nice when it works out. Okay, I need a magnet because these parts are going to be hard to find, maybe, sort of, kind of. It's not too bad. Okay, what is the magnet situation? Magnet. Flux? Can we do that? No. Can we do this? Probably not. Ooh. Maybe we're not making a magnet. We're going to waste time making a magnet. Everything's going to despawn. Do we have these? No. Wait, Sigil of Magnetism probably needs blood. Don't have that one either. Heavy Conductive? Okay, so we have everything except for Conductive Iron. Conductive Iron requires Infinity and Redstone, and it's got to be hot. Do we have Infinity? Let's, how many do we have? Infinity. Infinity. Okay, let's do 8 of those, which means we need 8 redstone. We have none, so this is off to a heroic start. Okay. 8. Okay. And charcoal. Is charcoal what we want? Hopefully it is. Let's say I like how light it is in here, but this is not lighting. This is just skylight, I guess. Okay. This thing. I don't like where this is put. I kind of threw it here quickly. Oh, and it's full of stuff. Absolute rookie mistake. Oh no. We need to make omnivores, right? I think. Getting way off track here. Okay, I think I got them all anyway, but let's finish that. Oh, what's that? That's a bow that I threw down. I already forgot about that. So what do we need here? Omnivore. Do we have any omnivores? Probably not. No. Boar? What do these cost? Ooh. This is actually really good. Okay, nice. We'll make 8 of those. That should be hopefully enough. Let's pop you there. Let's fill you up. I can't believe the inputs for an oven this tall only takes that much. That doesn't seem right to me. Sweet. Probably should have more of these basins. Okay, let's put you there. Let's get you cooking. Okay, so we want, what do we want? We want this. Crafting bench. Why is there no crafting bench here? That was a special. Okay, I got way too much lapis. This is crazy. I need more of these. This is hilarious. This is good though. Omnivores are nice. They're probably some of the best in finite water. Especially at this stage. Or they just do 2 more of them. Because we can also use the extra for a different type of tank. And green. I should probably move this. Ooh, that's not going to go there because that's a drawer trim. Uh-huh. Okay, what I should do now is actually pay attention to how much goes into a tank. So we have one block. We have 7 buckets. It can't go in because of a temperature. Is that what's going on here? 4,000. So we're not even close. Okay. So 7 buckets went to. Wait. 7 buckets at 326. 326. 326. That is an insane amount of lapis lazuli, Jesus. I'm just going to have to waste it. It's like less than a bucket. It's kind of ugly. It's not a nice ratio. I might as well just make 4, another stack of them. What are the odds this can reach down there? Oh, that's beautiful. Is it nighttime? Middle of the night? Okay, I'm not sure if I got enough, so I'll let this... Getting close to 4,000. 1 bucket. It still can take some. That's crazy. I have 20 of those. So it needs temperature, I think, right? I mean, hopefully it takes ingots. Yeah. Can I just pour lapis just to get rid of it? And I think... Oh. Wait a second. Okay, so it did not make an ingot. Okay, so let's make a whole block of it. So let's take... Okay. Redstone. 1 piece of redstone. And I guess we have to cook this to make a block so I can pour it out and do it again. Molten iron. Unless it'll catalyst when it gets to the right temperature. I'm not exactly sure how these work. I imagine I'm probably going to use XNet. I don't think it would make sense to have conveyor belts. But conveyor belts would be wild to look at. I mean, really, they probably should have been all in a horizontal line. I mean, what if I put them up high? I rebuilt them. I had 6 of them. The width. But I would only like that, though, if they could fit exactly in here. Which is maybe not a thing. Okay, so we are so close to temperature. 4,200. This is the moment of truth here. Do I gotta pour this or is it gonna work? Okay, I'm not seeing success. I think the height maybe adds to heat. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm hoping this should change to conductive iron now. It has to. Ooh, it did. Oh, this is just the greatest news. Give me this. Can I just put... That's so funny that there's coal there already. I didn't even see it. Just leaving stuff laying around. Okay. We got this nice block, nice building block. Looks like a piece of bacon. Okay, so let's do one of these, right? And let's do one of these. Okay. Do we have these anywhere? Do I keep a bow? Maybe I keep a bow? I got a bed. I don't know where that bed came from. What about this stuff? Oh, I came back for a door. I'm remembering. Oh no. What happened there? Well, that's a crash and a half. Jeez. Oh, that's like a straight up crash. Well, that's not ideal. That's not ideal.
I'm like a serial dater, and everything's great until they leave and I'm devastated. I get crazy and obsessed, and then I write songs to get revenge because I'm psychotic. I don't trust technology. I started screaming and my phone stopped. I wake up, I have all these piles of dead cats all over the floor. I will have a meltdown on the show. I have double jointed elbows, so it's more important to be edgy and sexy and cool than anything else. Oh my God, you're irritated. Then I'm just being myself. If you knew my nightmare world, you'd be terrified. personal life. I do drink a 25, but you better not write about this. I don't even want to talk about it. You can lose a foot, you can lose a hand. Have heads from a freezer, all fans. I will go online and watch them for months and months, and I invited them over. I like to chop up. With his short hair, Scottish fold, Himalayan, exotic short hair, exotic long hair, Sphinx cat, munchkin, Siamese. I'm like a serial dater, and everything's great until they leave and I'm devastated. I get crazy and obsessed, and then I write songs to get revenge because I'm psychotic. I don't trust technology. I started screaming and my phone stopped. I wake up, I have all these piles of dead cats all over the floor. I will have a meltdown on the show. I have double jointed elbows, so it's more important to be edgy and sexy and cool than anything else. Oh my God, you're irritated. Then I'm just being myself. If you knew my nightmare world, you'd be terrified. Society is sick, we're all sick. I'm just gonna die. I've been really trying too hard, really. I've been really overthinking this entire thing. I've been really trying too hard, really. It's more important to be edgy and sexy and cool than anything else. Oh my God, you're irritated. Then I'm just being myself. I feel so defeated and sad. Nobody ever listens to me. It's more important to be edgy and sexy and cool than anything else. Oh my God, you're irritated. Then I'm just being myself. I feel so defeated and sad. Nobody ever listens to me. Society is sick, we're all sick. So I wrote this sick beat. The media has fictionalized my personal life. I do drink a 25, but you better not write about this. I don't even want to talk about it. You can lose a foot, you can lose a hand. Have heads from a freezer, all fans. I will go online and watch them for months and months, and I invited them over. I like to.
Okay. Maybe I should change my YouTube to being less. Maybe I got a memory issue or something. Okay. Please don't be corrupted. If this is corrupted, I would be sad. Okay. So maybe I gotta be careful with pickaxes on these chests. Because it really did not seem like it liked that. I was looking for a door, is when everything crashed. Do I do... What kind of door should I do? A nice spruce one that can burn or an iron one? Let's do a classic iron and lever. Okay, and it's nighttime again. And there's a cat yelling at me. What do you want, cat? Ooh, 19. Okay, I need more cats. That's quite the system. Okay, so I should have, was it 1, 2 pieces of ladder? Right, climb up here. And then, okay, I think, what are we going to do for, there. Nope. Fail. Okay. Oh, yeah. Right? And then we put down one of these things. Oh. Wait. Is that a brick? Oh, that was a brick. Maybe it should go here? Please don't be grass. Nice. Uh-huh. Love that. Okay. Oh, no. We just, cooked a bunch of stuff. Okay, maybe I should do something like this, right? And then we can do that. Right? Yeah, that's maybe smarter. Okay. We have a wand. Ooh, we barely have a wand. Oh, almost, that was almost terrible. So at some point, I'm going to have wireless redstone. But for right now, redstone is off. Yeah. And what is... Yeah, we're barely using any blazing blood. And you can't take a comparator off that, but I could probably take a comparator off this. Okay, so I could actually have a comparator. Okay, so this whole area should be walled off, so I don't have to look at it, right? Like if I did something like this. That should probably be seared brick, right? Just square it off. Yes, good. I mean, there could be a door there. Right now, maybe it'll just be a wall. Okay. Not pretty, but it works. So I'm thinking if this is a wall... I don't know what shape it'll be. Maybe I'll just square it off for now. See how I like it. Actually, a bunch of this might turn out being a wall. If I come in here, I can come into this room. Okay, so redstone. We want to pull a redstone signal off, and then if it gets right low, it'll go off, which will kick a torch on, which then should drive wireless redstone. Or I could send redstone in. But I gotta find out if putting a redstone wire on the top of that will push it down 2 blocks. It probably won't. I almost wish there was like a redstone block that acted like a repeater. If that makes sense. Okay, so I want a torch, and I want... what do I want? A comparator. Okay. And then we need either a redstone transmitter receiver setup or the other type of redstone. This stuff. What is this thing called? A wire connector. Okay, so at immersive redstone, let's want to use... the probe connector could be kind of cool too, actually, but I kind of forget how it works. Let's make a couple of these. And let's make one of those just to see. Plus we need the redstone wire. We don't have it because we need aluminum wire. Aluminum's actually the stuff that's kind of awkward to get at this stage, oddly enough. And wire. this press is going to have to get moved up there. So we could do a move, i.e. press, setup, build, more, i.e. block parts. Shulker. This should probably be a path. Getting way sidetracked. Let's just leave that open. So that's a new project. And there's pieces there. That's finished. There's just trees in the way. Not finished down there, which is fine. Don't know what I'm doing there. And then same with those paths, because all this is probably going to turn into a structure of sorts. Okay. We need power for this bad boy? Yes, we do. Does this have a button, a hotkey button? Whoops. Hitting all the buttons here. Magnet. Does the thermal... There's no hotkey for the magnet? Toggle electromagnet? Can we do... What should be like an Alt 9? Seriously? It's used by something? Oh, Schematica, of course. Alt 3, I guess. I'm not going to remember these keys. How do I make this thing work? Oh. There's no hotkey for it, though, is there? Okay. What was I working on? Oh, blazes. I got way sidetracked. Okay. Let's do a bit of a demo setup here. It's actually kind of nice to have an open area in the base where I can just do a bit of a proof of concept. So if we stick this there and then this here. Input. Oh my goodness, it powers the block below it. This is perfect. So it's a strong power, I think. Oh, this is sweet. This is the bee's knees right here. This might actually be pretty slick. If this literally is a comparator, right? I wonder what else it can do. Can it do more? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's put this here, and then let's do output. And then I'm going to want it centered. What does centered look like? This is awkward to look at and measure. Is that center? Whoops. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. It is centered. Okay. Well, the next question is how tall is it? Is it... Oh, that is sweet. Okay. Come here, you. Wait a second. But we want it to shut off. I gotta see if this connector has an interesting property. I might have to use a normal comparator. Is there an Akashic's tomb in here? Akashic's? There is an Akashic's tomb. Crazy. And here I am running around with this book like an idiot. Probe connector. Aluminum coated dust transfer reds without any loss of signal. Ooh, I forgot about that. So they will carry an exact strength. Well, that's, you know what, that's, I gotta test that first. That's massive if true. Huge if true. Okay, so let's do this setup here. Then you're gonna be an output. And we got some redstone. So then here we're gonna have 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. 11. Okay, cool. This is good. This is a science experiment. Okay, what did I come down here? Oh, I came down here for the book. Uh-huh. The connectors work like other connectors. They don't require relays. Connectors are the same block. The hammer switched input output, and then there's 16 colored frequencies, and that is a shift sneak right click. Connectors have a functionality partially comparable to the redstone comparators. While they're not able to actively compare signals, they're able to read inventories for full levels. Additionally, these can be operated on 2 channels, sending their read signal on one and then still receiving signals on another. Wait, that's interesting. Wait, so I can send the strength of a block, but then also feed in a strength. That's massive, actually. Many of the multi-blocks have comparator functionality described on the pages where available. The redstone control surface. Designated spot, redstone control. Okay, that makes sense. Tank, silo, outputs a signal relative to the fill level of the inventory. Squeezer, fermenter. So these are not super interesting for control. They're just level outputs. Outputs a signal relative to the remaining ore in the vein. Okay, that's actually massive. Arc furnace outputs a signal relative to the fill of the inventory. Additionally, connecting a comparator to the electrodes at the top will send a signal based on their integrity. Mixer is a fill level. Okay. So I don't think I can use this, unfortunately, but I'll use it somewhere else. Because if we do a comparator of 1, yeah, it's not going to be able to do the math for me, basically. So I have to do this. And then once this tank is empty, it's going to start the blazes to spawn. But if we did this, okay, if we do this actually, okay. Okay, so let's get rid of this lever, right? Maybe I should build a wall in case stuff starts to get a little squirrely on me. Okay. Perfect, look at that. Nice. Okay, so now if it gets low, it's going to kill the redstone. And it's not... Okay, so that's off. And we add the redstone, and is it still going to be off? It's on. Interesting. So this doesn't actually light up, which is really a shame, but probably good for graphics. Okay, so we're disabled right now. Thing is not running. And then when the redstone goes from 15... Well, no, it's going to go... Once it gets to 12, there's only going to be a little bit left. Like, how's it go? 1, 2, 3, 4. So a partially filled tank will turn this light off. Okay, cool. That's actually really nice for control. And then we're going to have like a wall like a so. And yeah. Maybe I will just square this off just so I remember something. Block it off first, decorate it maybe later, maybe never. We could do... Okay. Like so, we shouldn't need torches there because again, mobs can't spawn, but the base is coming together. Should we do a couple of the... Ooh, that's not nice and centered. I don't like that. Perfect. I probably should have a torch right at the redstone for block updates and stuff, I would think. Ooh. Ooh, I do not like... I do not like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We have 5 of them? Please tell me we have 5. We have 6. How do we have 6? 5. Where did that extra block come from? Beautiful. And we need that for that. Oh, wait, why did I put it down? I'm stupid. Okay. I don't like this. So let's do that. Oh, again, I don't know why I have 6 of those. Okay, we can tighten that. Oh, we can't make it taller though, can we? Hmm. That's not bad, right? It's kind of goofy, but we're not walking back to our base for proper materials. Love it. So now I can just do this. I can see it getting darker. Beautiful. And they're going to spawn, right? There's a window there. They're not spawning. Why doth? Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Let's actually throw a window here. Oh, that's a gauge. Huh. And this level of lava has never gone down, which is interesting. Okay, wild detour over. Let's do some of those. I probably should build a couple wands, eh? Wand. And we can't make a diamond wand yet because of Britannia. So we'll have to make one of those. Push the wrong button. Might as well make a few of them, right? Cool. Now, I don't know how far this is going to go. But something like this for now. Cool. I don't know how we're going to tie to that. That speed doesn't matter. It's mainly me running back and forth to this end of the base. So that's cool. Just a little bit of path work, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. Ooh. Something like a so. Now, it would probably be nicer to have this further. Where is this? Okay. There's a bed. Well, it used to be a bed here. Sweet. Okay. Orange glass. Does glass break? No, it does not. Okay, let's go there. Let's go there. Boom, boom, boom. Why is there just a massive hole? Okay. Beautiful. There. I mean, maybe not beautiful, that's the wrong word, but it's something. Okay, let's put the materials away. Cool. Let's get rid of some of the redstone. Throw some redstone in there. Got our wands. Perfect. Okay, now what? In terms of progression, I would love a little chisel. Interesting. I would love to have gadgets. Are any of the gadgets retainable? No. Okay, so lumium, how far is lumium? Energized glowstone, silver, and tin. So that in the how do you get energized glowstone? Oh, you have to use this phosphorus stuff. So that's actually something I need to get is empowered phosphorus early game, right? Because we're nowhere near making we're nowhere near making. Oh, I don't need that. That's. Hey, dude, how's it going? Squeezer. Wait, you out? Magma crucible? No. So wait, you can actually make this with a magma crucible, but how? How can I not see the recipe for a magma crucible? Oh, it's right here. It's hidden. E2E Extended. Yeah, it's a pack I played many, I won't say many years ago, but a couple years ago. It's kind of intense. Like particularly, there's a couple changes I'm not a huge fan of, like building. I think building an expert pack should be pretty easy. The building gadget, which I like using, has this recipe, and I'm nowhere near this tier of stuff yet. But overall, it's kind of a nice change. They have this Volto pick crafting item because AE2 is really difficult to get right now, and it kind of has a 20 block radius. So I've designed my control room so I can kind of stand here, and when I hit numpad 5, you can craft from any items. And I've got a machine room up there that's bringing items back to the base. Then occasionally I'll grab things like ores getting processed and doubled, and I'll dump them in here. And then the items go into this drawer, which then is going to populate certain furnace items here. So the whole goal with this early game base is to be able to stand in the middle and kind of autocraft crudely. And this is my XNet controller where I'm pulling all my machines back, if that makes sense. Power, IC2 power windmills, not super great, but good enough. But enough about my base. What are you playing? Brown magic trait removed from Tinker's construct material, one that gives you teleportation. You can't melt refined ingots in a smelter with cold fuel. Okay. Ocelot base, live roots, sea serpent scales. Whoop. Okay. Oh. Loot and living wood. Yeah, E2E was like, again, it's still my favorite pack of all time because it's a very lightweight expert pack, right? But there's a lot of changes on this pack. Pretty burned out of gaming, yeah. That's kind of how I've been the last year or so. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, like typically I'd be working right now. It's the middle of the day, or well, no, it's not. It's 9 a.m. where I am, but I took the week off. I have to do a bunch of studying for some work exams, and it's really dry material. So I play for a couple hours, then I study for an hour. So that's how I found the time to stream and play video games, is putting off work. Poplar. I wanted to check out what this tree was about. No saplings. Well, that was a mistake. That's definitely a mistake. Oh, the wood's not even that interesting either. Yeah. Well, basically at the end of the month, what is it, March? Our vacation lapses, like you get paid out. And I've never liked getting paid out vacation. Usually, you know, we try to do a vacation, like actually go somewhere, not just sit around at home play video games. But my vacation expires, and then hers is just restarted. So I just figured I would cram a study session in this week. Pretty sad use of vacation though. Lube, maybe. Yeah, I'm just gonna start making parts. I think maybe because I'm just lost. Petroleum immersive lubricant. What does it allow me to do exactly? It's an auto luber. Interesting. Oh. Yeah, what's a good example of the recipe change? Like, there's a couple important nerfs they've talked about. Chunk claiming. Even like the dank null. Whoops. I can't control my mouse. The dank null, like the tier 2 one, is already requiring like more complicated pieces. It's quite the... Oh, and you can't even make... Oh, I could totally make this. I couldn't make this before because I didn't have electron tubes, but I finished that. Oh, this is doable. It's funny, they add little things like the rats mod, which last time I played this extended version, I wasn't a huge fan of, but it allows doubling for these weird little rat diamonds. So you can stick them in, and then he's got a little gem cutter upgrade on him. Oh, that's a lot of diamonds there, actually. Maybe I should pull those out. I think they almost pretty much work as regular diamonds, so they're just doubled. They also add... Oh, I should show you something really cool. They add... Not this. This is just whatever. But they add a lot of random little things. Like, they really force you to use a lot of different mods. Even more than the base one did. Because from all these balls of fur that I'm collecting from this cat, I'm actually getting a decent amount of stuff. That's a bad example. But AE2 wires is actually pretty slick. Fishes. Okay. I just have to throw this stuff. Really? There's no room? I'll eat that rat. Yeah, why is that not auto-depositing? There. I was gonna say over here. So even in vein mining, actually, you have to actually put down an excavation modifier on your tinker's tools to use vein mining. So you don't just get it. And it's not bad, but it requires a lot of triple compressed cobblestone, bronze. So a lot of my tinker's tools don't actually have vein mining because I ran out of modifier room because it wasn't the most important part of it. But it gives you a reason to use IC2 crops, for instance. So every one of these plots, I have like gold. What is this? Lead, it looks like. Did they nerf ethylene power or sieve resources? Both of them seem just to define E to me. Yes. So a lot of the mechanism power has been nerfed. If that's what you're ethylene. It's a gas that you burn. And there was even, remember there was an exploit in one of the advanced generators where if you put fuel into it, it just wouldn't use it. So you had basically indefinite fuel. I love vein mining, and I actually don't mind the way they do it. Early game, it kind of sucks, but it's growing on me. But yeah, none of this stuff's really that super useful. They force you to use, no, they don't force you. I should stop saying that. But industrial wires. So it's what allows me to convert cheap immersive engineering, the thermal generator. It converts it to EU. The problem is these wires really hate world loading, that they will break sometimes. So this is like a power conversion mod. But your options for making power are really not great. So this is what I came to show you, by the way. But I have to use the water mills to make power, long story short. Okay, so what's going on here? I have 6 different ores. I got the iron, copper, silver. Silver is also rare. Silver does not generate in the world. You have to get it in a really obscure way, but you have to get IC2 seeds eventually, and then you can grow it. So you can't actually mine silver. And then there's, tin, lead, and gold. So those crops are getting growing, and then they produce a fruit, and I centrifuge the fruit into pieces. And they have an interesting property in this pack where if I click U, if you burn several pieces of gold ore in silver stone, it will turn into a gold ore. And it uses up a bucket of seared stone. So 1 bucket, and you use 3 of these, you get a 100% chance. But if you only use 2 or 1, you get 66 or 33% chance, if that makes sense. And once you get that ore, we have it right here. So it's a really cool contraption that I spent probably several days refining, and then I couldn't quite get the timing right. And I went to the Discord, and someone said, we'll use the sequencer. It's way better at handling quick ticks. And once I did that, it worked really cool. So for example, right now, like everything's full. If I wanted to make lead, I have a kill switch. So there's a lot going on here. It's a pretty compact little machine. I'm quite proud of how it worked. But we have a Tinker smelter right there, an XNet, and it's powering, or it's giving seared stone to this tank. And if this tank level drops from 15 to 14 redstone, if it doesn't have enough juice, or the inventory checker doesn't see that there's at least 5 pieces in here, but you can see we've got tons of it, right? Because everything's just full, it's backfilled. It'll disable this logic gate because we have to have all 3 inputs on to turn on. So if I turn my switch on, it's going to activate a sequencer, which does pulse, pulse, pulse based on these settings. So it drops 3 of those pieces in, as well as depositing seared stone. And what's really interesting is when ore pops up here, the redstone actually powers the block breaker when there's a block here. It carries the redstone through, and then it deposits it in the back. And it's pretty darn quick. And of course I have a magnet now, which I didn't have yesterday. I just built it this morning, so we probably should turn that off. You can actually make it a little faster than this. You could put it to 16, but I wanted to slow it down a bit just because the sound was a little wonky. But it's got peak efficiency. Seared stone doesn't get wasted. It always drops 3. Like, the timing is just perfect. Someone had to help me with that. But overall, I thought it was a pretty slick design. But the unfortunate part is I can only get these 6 ores. Aluminum is not one of them. But what's also neat is the centrifuge. It makes byproducts. So we got the 6 different fruits, plus there's a glowstone, lead, bronze, electrum, bronze again, and invar. And then of course here we have a cobblestone generator pumping up cobble into the smeltery. Plus, when you put cobblestone into a tank, you can void it to kind of cook it into lava. And so it's like a self-sufficient system. And we gotta be careful about creepers. So yeah. I'm a pretty big fan of this. Whoop. Get out of here, you. Yeah, it's actually the first, it's funny, one of the biggest things I loved about Enigmatica 2 when I played it years ago was it forced me to use all these mods, like AE2, I had never used before, and so you get to learn more interesting things. This pack's doing that well too. What is it, Alt 7? So I'd never really used Schematica before, and so I had a couple different versions in a creative world, but I ended up deciding on the Origin schematic, and when I decide to place it, you know, I designed it in a creative world. I tried to make it as compact as possible. And yeah. So let's unload it. So that's kind of what this extended version of the mod pack does. It's forcing me, because I can't build like a massive system that everything's connected. So I'm building a bunch of subsystems. Like I said, this room's kind of compartmentalized. I have like my farms over here. Cooking is a lot more complicated, so I have to have all the different PAMs cooking. I'm planning to have trees and forestry and, you know, the butterflies and mutating stuff over here. I have a temple here because I'm on extreme hills, so I'll probably start doing magic, different types of magic outdoors, you know, kind of in that area. So it's a way different base layout than I usually do, and I'm trying to build vertically as well. Different blocks I never used before. A lot of the, like, is it called a travel anchor? A lot of the typical mods that I would have used are kind of harder to make right now. Yeah, like I can't quite make some of this stuff, so it forces you to use these different types of blocks. Yeah, I never really noticed it before, but apparently it's base game forestry. You know how forestry has bees, but they're not like mine. What's going on here? Grid. You know, Minecraft has real bees now, but the old forestry bees were like an item. Well, in this game, it also has butterflies that actually pollinate trees, and that's how you get into all the different, you get pollen and that. But the butterflies in this game are actually butterflies. Like, they're entities in the world. Like, these are just fake bees. They're not real, but these are actually real, which is interesting. You've been looking for a pack with unique automations instead of machine to machine. Might keep this pack in mind. I can't remember your play style, but you know, like, I play extremely slow, and it's kind of like if you play like a different game and you're not trying to beat it and rush it, I think that's a really cool pack. Because, like, I needed charged creepers. Like, check this out. I needed this charged creeper chunk from rats to make, I think it was a powered anvil. Oh no, it was a battery. Early game, you have to make this really junky battery. I'm getting sidetracked here. You have to make this really junky battery from Cyclic. It's one of the first batteries you can make, and you need that. But you know, you also need to get into forestry, And to make forestry ash early game is super annoying. You got to like bury a bunch of wood underground and light it on fire and then wait, a day or two, like in Minecraft. Um, so yeah, it really forces you to use a lot of different mods, even more than the base game. But they've made so many little tweaks. Like right now, if I do double pound sign, it kind of shows you, see that tooltip of the different chargers. They've done a really interesting job with certain things. Like these are different fluid tanks, repair. They've made so many little tweaks to the game. But anyways, I needed the charged creeper chunks. So I had to build a mob tower, dropping creepers into Witchwater specifically to get creeper chunks. And I didn't need to make it this big. I just wanted to have it massive. Um, so yeah, it's kind of forcing me to make a giant structure for one purpose. So that's kind of long story short. So what I was going to say here, this awkward, ugly tower that I haven't decorated yet, unfortunately, it's glitched. Why? I still have redstone control problems on it. So right now, when I don't need power, the wind turbines will just run. But notice this one has a block extended, which is actually killing it, where this one down here is glitched. And it's running, and the durability is actually pretty damaged right now, so we're wasting it. And those carbon rotors are actually kind of expensive to make. And what I had tried to do was pull a redstone signal off the battery box. They're all in parallel. So those two windmills power these battery boxes in parallel. And we pull a signal off the back. Okay, that's off. And so the basic idea is if the signal gets below 3, which is a low end, it should fire this transmitter, which toggles it on, and then the other one here toggles it off. But there's some kind of weird interference. Is it chunk loading? No. Like, why did this one extend, but that one didn't? Aha, so this is... Oh, is the piston trying to push the transmitter? Is that what's going on? How did I not catch that before? Oh, no way. So this hasn't been working for a long time. Whoop. Okay. You kind of speed run your last pack. Slow playthrough sounds nice. The one thing I will say, though, what are a couple... Like I told you before, the building gadgets I find kind of annoying. Like, I don't like how I can't make this. I think a person should be able to decorate their base right away. So that's one minor complaint. But as long as you're okay with all the ways you typically would do something, having them not available to you, because they really curb a lot of the common exploits that people know about. Yeah. So anyways, this should be fixed now. But yeah, we don't need power, so it's off. And when we need power, it'll kick back on. So it's a nice little hysteresis thing. And the whole reason that I use that is we pull that power down with a cable. I stopped using these wires to actually move that power because they kept disconnecting and it was annoying to fix. So I just used an HV cable, which goes into a transformer and it steps it down into the typical IC2 low power stuff, which powers all these machines. But for instance, if I wanted to make, like another macerator from IC2, it's one of the only ways to dupe at this stage in the game. You have to do the typical this stuff, right? And what I've started doing is putting my IC2 machines in kind of like a way that makes sense. Like if I want to make casings, you make a casing from a plate, which is from, an ingot. We have double production. So we crush the ingot down to a plate, into another plate. Or for instance here, we cut a block. And when we cut a block, we will compress it into a dense plate. So they all have specific purposes. And then just, lots of macerators. But all of the outputs of all these machines will go to my center chest so I can stand there and autocraft. And we have like a drawer setup for the furnace, plus a drawer setup for just extra items there. A little bit of forestry stuff. That's the one thing. Like if we look at AE2, I don't even know how far away it is. Like the one thing I can imagine if I keep playing this, I'm gonna probably do is abandon this base because it's kind of just. I always get hung up trying to design bases, so I'm just kind of doing like a weird random thing just so I don't get too lost in the details. But let's look at the controller here for AE2. Um, I'll check that the storage scanner. I think it's available. I've seen it recommended in the Discord. But to make a controller, I forget exactly what plus 100 means. So some of that stuff's not too bad, but you might have to go to a different planet. I have a feeling titanium might require a different planet, but I don't know for sure. So there's just a lot of recursive stuff, eh? But yeah, let's check out the storage scanner. And it's not something I've actually used too much, so maybe I should. Okay, so I just unlocked mechanism tier, so I can make that easily. And of course, we can make the basic machine. Ooh. So we can make that, but it is costly. So there are options. I really like this Vaultic thing. Like if I wanted to make a advanced machine casing, I click this button and see how all the items just popped up there like that. It's because I'm within a 20 block radius of most of my storage, which is there, and then in that shulker box, because that's all my deposits from up here. So it's a pretty, but you can't do a stack, is what I was going to say. If I shift click this, you can't make. So it is annoying in that capacity. You can only craft one at a time. No, that's not an A2 thing. That's them trying to rebalance stuff. So yeah, let's look here. So a lot of this is the same, but they've made this thing called Conflux, and it actually changes even how much you can chunk load your base, which is, some people like, some people don't. There's a lot of interesting blocks like these ender anchors. They actually will load the chunk you're in. So there are options to make single chunk loading devices that are fairly okay early game, but you can't just go to here and chunk load everything. For instance, this will teleport me to my farm, and I have to have a 5-second lever because it requires at least, I think it's almost 3 or 4 seconds for me to go. So I don't think this particular area is chunk loaded, but I spend enough time in it that it's okay. I forget why I started talking about that. Oh yeah, conflux levels. So there's a little bit of restructuring there. You are kind of forced to a certain degree to use open computers. A lot of people have made the programs already in the Discord, but you have to like 3D print stuff. I don't know if I can think of I don't remember what it's called, but there's certain things you have to print. Like for instance, for RF tools, the storage module, you have to make all these upgrades. You have to make a circuit board. But you can 3D print something, and I guess it'll craft into a storage module. And I think a lot of these, I haven't got to this stage yet. I'm not even that familiar with computer craft. I'm more of a, open computers rather. I'm more of a computer craft person. But they have different things. Oh, here's another good thing too. You don't have to go to Twilight. They actually give you the ability to build a lot of creatures. So you don't even have to go to Twilight. You can spawn a lot of the mobs in. Look, you're talking about sieving? Diamond mesh. you have to be able to make this. And making this, you can UU matter it, but, you know, you need syngas, dust, plutonium. Like, it's all a pretty deep rabbit hole. So when you look at all this stuff, it's very, you know, overwhelming, but I guess I try not to look at too much of it because it is discouraging, and just slowly chip away at it. Like I said, just treat it like a forever game. It's not Minecraft, it's something else, a different beast entirely. What I do need to build is some kind of a project board, like immersive engineering. I was going to do all of that stuff. There, we'll get the ball rolling. Raw fish and mouse. Okay, I can eat the mouse. This pack is really looking great, can't lie. I love the possibilities of skipping exploration mods. Open computer stuff also sounds fun. It's just really different. It really does a pretty crazy job of integrating stuff. And the mod dev actively plays this pack, and he's really active in the Discord. Really friendly guy too. He actually has a server that a lot of people play on. I think they're mostly Russians, but they have a massive mega base they're building. So whenever he's updating the pack, he's making improvements because he actively plays it. So of course it's really tailored to what he likes and what he doesn't like. But for instance here, one thing that he did that I really like is apparently you can assign, like the modpack dev as a reward, he can assign the dev null an unbreakable attribute. And I've actually inspected it with integrated dynamics. So even if you pull the items out, you can't put like diamond blocks into cheese stuff. It will only ever make this type of block, but you have to, you know, have it in there, and it's infinite. So what you can do is decide, you know, hey, I want to build with a certain material, and it's a quest reward, and you can just spam it. And this was a tip that they had actually shared on their Discord, because those are the guys playing it. But all of these different blocks are various rewards. So that's kind of my color palette mainly, is the dev nulls. And I think there's a couple other dev nulls in here somewhere. These particular blocks here, like a factory block is a nice one to get. So I really enjoy that aspect of the pack, just giving you different blocks to play around with. And I like to spam them just so I can kind of visually see, you know, the different palettes and all that. The fish. Flu network. So teleportation in this pack is not super great. I don't know if you remember this from random things, but basically, and the map mod's different too. It's a really high performing mod pack or map generator. But all these places, Flu Temple, Flu Swamp, if I stand on these bricks and I type in kitchen, it teleports me, you know, to my nice little kitchen where I have all my different foods, and I can easily, you know, craft stuff. I've got a chicken farm behind there that fills this up with chicken and feathers. The sink is not infinite water. I actually have to have a water accumulating device in the back that keeps it with water, but it allows me to, you know, make stuff. The fridge has upgrades, makes snow and ice, that kind of stuff. Again, my teleportation. What? And there's all. It's interesting too. This pack, it has 459 mods, or 460. It runs really well. It actually runs better than the original Enigmatica 2 Expert. Even though there's more mods in it, it actually runs better. See, I got a little bit of a basic forestry stuff going on here. They got some improvements for analyzing bees. Does it have Spice of Life? No, you have to do the whole nutrition thing. And I didn't know this the last time I played Enigmatica 2 Expert. I was never a fan of the Spice of Life. You know how the Spice of Life gives you... Yeah, F3 screen. See how Spice of Life gives you rewards for trying different foods? It also has an add-on that punishes you if you don't eat enough food, so you do have to balance it. It's really weird, Spice of Life. Diminishing returns, but then there's the carrot edition. Tons of mods. F3. I don't know if that's any easier to see or worse. What were you looking at? But yeah, the performance in this pack for having so many more mods is outrageous. It runs really well. I'll assume that was enough time to look at it. Oh, the other interesting thing too I was going to say is since 1.12 is so old, you know, mods like Tinker's Construct, they've actually been ported. So there's 1.12 is at the stage now where people are actually making changes. So if we do the smelter, it's now called Tinker's Antique. So instead of being Tinker's Construct, they've actually, and they've even backported a lot of stuff from the newer versions. They've backported it while keeping some of the old mechanics. So there's actually a ton of mods, and AE2 is also a classic example of unofficial extended life. So there's actually a number of mods in here that are improved on. Just looking at what specs you got and what FPS does give you, looks pretty well optimized. Yeah, it's there's like a ton of these mods, if we look here, are literally patchers. Like they've got IC2 patching, you know. I don't know who this person is, but have you ever heard of Clean Room MC? Um, they've like made it so you know how like Greg Tech New Horizons is like 1.7? They've made it run on newer versions of Java, so it runs so much better. The whole GTNH group. I think it's somehow linked to Clean Room, but Clean Room is like a modding group that has backported and done so many improvements to various mods. It's just crazy. But anyways, there's tons of mods that I don't even know what they do, but they're literally just patchers. But it runs so well because of it. An improved fork of better P2P. Didn't even know that was a thing. Oh. Well. What do we do here? I should put my... one thing I've started doing too in my playthrough, I have no more fishing rod, is putting items on the ground. Draconic. I never used to do that, but I actually really like doing that now. Got to put these fish over here. I have a plan to get more cats, to get more of those fur balls, but you need like 10 fishes to turn an ocelot into a cat. This is my cat. I bought some ocelot eggs, spawn cats down there, and tame them with fish when I get enough. GTNH devs are doing crazy work. If it's anything like that, it's amazing. I wouldn't say it's quite like that, but it's because GTNH at the core of it has a lot of really has a lot of really talented devs. 1.12 is getting to that stage. So that's kind of cool. Like I can see 1.12 being, you know, around for a long time because there's a lot of really impressive work being done with it. Of course, mods I'm not a huge fan of, like a Tink or Thomic, but they've added so many Thom Thaumcraft add-ons, and I'm not even like, were you ever a big Thaumcraft person? But like augmentation, they got JEI, they got energistics, which I'm just now seeing. I didn't realize that was in this pack. It's added on. There's an aspect creator. Don't know what that is. There's a fix, many fixes, research patcher, one probe, computers, an API for open computer adapters. Like there's just so much stuff in here. There's even an add-on for tinkers. It's just wild. Okay, I have to get a sip of water here, and I'll be back. If you're still around, I'll see you in a bit. Let's go to my AFK spot. All right, later. Yeah, it's a tough one. Okay, what was I doing before I got wildly sidetracked? Extra utilities. What does extra utilities get me? Gets me into. Maybe that's a strategy I should employ. It's just kind of briefly unlocking a couple things. I've just been stuck at this one tier for so long. Actually additions would be nice. You know what? Let's actually get an atomic reconstructor going right now. So we've begun the AA quest line. Very cool. The use cases on this. Oh, I forgot about the farmer. It can plant plants on vanilla farmland. Oh, we're gonna need the empowerer. The range collector. I can make this now. Oh, there's a hashtag hopper. What's the cost of this? Oh, this is one of the things that was 3D printed that I forgot about. You can 3D print. Getting sidetracked. Oh, I was looking at hoppers. A collection plate. Moving over this plate are collected into adjacent inventories. Pearled. Instantly. Upgrade. Does not create particles. Interesting. And then, of course, there's the Botania and then the classic vanilla hopper. Okay. So that's fine. What is this? This is a coffee maker. A lava factory controller, an oil. I probably got to get into oil generating. A leaf eater. Heat collector. A double powered furnace. This is the guy I'm after right there. The bioreactor. Vertical digger. Interesting. Oh, there's even a miner hashtag. I'm going to need to write these down. Vertical digger. Better. We know about that. A user and a miner. Interesting. Open computers. Huh. Oh, we can make this thing? You can trade for it. You can dupe it. That's cool. Power monitor. A lava heat exchanger generates energy by cooling down lava. Storage scanner. Casing. What's the casing for? Okay, let's make this thing. Uh-huh. Atomic reconstructor. Okay. So we need a redstone signal and then probably a plate. Do we have any plates kicking around? This is hard to look at. We do have one. Cool. And then I'm going to need a connector. And we have one connector here. Kind of a waste probably spamming all these connectors, but we'll just keep adding on, I guess. This won't be a main walking path, so I think I will put it like a so. Okay. So that, some of this is like a weird overlap. Let's get rid of them. We can't get rid of that. What if we did this? Does that make it look better? What if I got rid of this whole middle piece and just did that? I don't think you want loops, do you? There. Okay, let's hook up power to the atomic reconstructor. The atomic. I guess you got to click and drag. Cool. Okay, I'm going to need some kind of a muffler for Mr. Kitty over there. He's being a real nuisance. Wow, that's embarrassing. We don't have enough wood. That's the one problem with Voltopick. It's not super smart. Now for curiosity, what was this recipe? Oh, clouds. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get rid of stuff. Let's do that. Actually, while I'm thinking about that, let's do the recipe. Okay, Mr. Kitty, you have to stop. You gotta stop that right now. Now, Super Muffler revived. This is a white. We're gonna blacklist a range of like, what is it? 5? And we're gonna add a recent kitty, a pure owl. Okay, cool. So you gotta. Whoop. Do I got it backwards? Oh, cat ambient. There. No more talking, Mr. Kitty. I hear a zombie, which is like a little bit unsettling. Um, I hate AF. I hate AFK next to all those chests. Whoops, kind of missed missed an important text there. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, iron heavy engineering, advanced casing, iron casing. Okay. So we have a machine casing, which is not super expensive, but it's a lot of parts versus the heavy, which is kind of the same story, but it's not. Wait, I can make enrichers. I can make. I need to get into Botania so I can make a better wand. Is what I should do. Um, advanced machine. So we got iron casings too, and iron casings are pretty cheap. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to take machine. Who's walking? Me? That's who's walking. I don't know if I want this magnet. Maybe we'll just stay off. What's the charge at? 35,000. Wish they had a hotkey. Okay. I see. This is very full. Okay, so if we do 1, 2, we do one of those. We do one of those. Let me make one of you and another one of. Oh no! What is the gold situation? The gold situation is. Let's make a whole bunch of plates. We're gonna regret this in the worst possible way. That's not an elevator. That's an elevator. Okay. Maybe we're just going to do. We're making plates. That. Gold plate. But for curiosity, though, what are the uses of this? A golden iot. I mean, this is also kind of the next stage, too. We could totally make that right now, actually. A laser bay. A silk. Wait. Wait a second. What? Oh my goodness, I could make silk touch. I could have made it a while ago. Plus those. Okay, I'm going to have to take the gold and definitely process it. Okay, let's try that again. Cool. So we got you, and then we got you, and we got that, and we got this, and we got this. Now we're cooking. We got lots of room. Sweet. We need dust. Just doing some quest cleanup. We have no sand. No sand. Now I wonder, should this... We're going to be upgrading this thing right away, right? Bronze. Block of coal. Okay, so I need coal and bronze. Let's actually favorite this, bookmark the recipe. That's the next thing I'm going to do. What's he carrying? Aluminum and copper? We love to see it. Getting paranoid about creepers here. That's pretty fast, eh? Oh, it's just nice to sometimes, I think, have sand. Oh, we didn't even lock that drawer. Whoops. Okay, so we got almost 1,000 again. Oh, we should upgrade that. Give that a proper permanent tower as well, eh? I wonder where I could stick it. And if I put it here, it might encourage me to never build a ceiling over the base. I have to think about that. You know what I should do? I should see if that laser can shoot through a rain shield. Because if it can... Ooh, it cannot. Ooh. That might be a deal breaker. I mean, this doesn't have to be in the center. Maybe? Okay. Now, what kind of glass would I like this to have? I feel like you need a glass orange, perhaps? Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. What other colors of glass do we have? Blue. Can you make different strengths? Wouldn't that be crazy? Okay. What does blue and orange make? A really ugly color. I'm not super obsessed with having blue, am I? Let's just grab this. We used the wrong pickaxe. Oh no. What's this? Whoa. Wait. Oh, I got fortune on it. Interesting. Okay. think we're comfortable enough now in our iron supply that we could make no noticeable effects. Let's put that there. This, and this. Aluminum and copper. What do we have? Aluminum and tin. I think it could be fun to just do a bunch of ores in the floor there. In terms of this ore can go there. And let's put that there. Let's do one of those. Grab this. Grab that. Put some copper back. Oh, another text again. All right. What is this? Borium. Okay, so we are going to do iron. I wonder if I should put it right at bedrock. Wouldn't that be crazy? I wonder how far it works. We're going to have to find out. What is this? 586 and 688. Now, here's a question. Do we... Oh, no. Does this shine through? Please shine through. That is a no. You know, I could see the benefit of just getting this cable kind of the heck out of the way. You know, that all things being equal, I should have enough parts. to put it back together. Okay, good. Cool. Something like that. Oh, whoop. Okay, this is so cumbersome to walk around. Perfect. Now, do we just vein mine? Like, or not vein mine, dig all the way to the bottom? June. What does June look like? Where is my work schedule? Where is the calendar? I gotta redo that calendar. So I work. Okay. And we're digging down. We're gonna not fall in lava. And if we do fall in lava, maybe we have a bucket of water? I don't know if that'll help me at all. Let's find out. And then ladders. Ladders are also a nice thing to have. Just gotta not hit Q. I think having this will be very helpful for me to orientate myself when I'm deep underground. Oh, it's getting a little sketchy now. Well, we're 30. But there is a lot of... Ooh, there's a lot of lava down here, though. I'm getting nervous now. We just do this. Oh, there's totally lava down here. Water. Oh, that's crazy. So how tall is a beacon? The $1,000,000 question. Okay, so this is the center of a beacon. And it's got to be like at least that big. Let's try. Oh, there's stuff in here. So this is all just one big water source block, which is kind of outrageous. It's just one big water source block that's ruining my day. Right? Stop. Get down. Okay, so we'll do one of those. I don't remember how tall. Here, I thought I used to understand Minecraft. I don't know how tall a beacon pyramid is. It's gotta be close, right? So it's gonna be 100% bang on, actually. Let me do this. We're maxed out. Oh yeah, this is. I really hope that this is centered. Okay, good. We just vein mine everything around it, or is that going to be problematic? Okay, we'll vein mine that too. You'll have to see that. Cool, cool. And I don't know if I should light this up because that's just basalt. It's fine. Okay, you need to stop. Oh, we're gonna stop right there. Okay. So now we're gonna feed this thing a diamond. Okay, so strength and regen for fighting, resistance, haste from mining. Like, I would build a wither cage down here and fight? I don't know if I would do that. Mining haste. Do I expect to do much mining here? Not really. Speed, jump boot, resistance. Where's the toughness coming from, I wonder? Well, anyways, there's the base. Let's go home. Oops. Dun. Okay. Now, what do I have to do? We got copper ore, we got blocks of iron, diamonds apparently, basalt. Does basalt have a home? What do we have for drawers? Do we have drawers that aren't junk? We do not. This drawer. I'm gonna make a couple of them. Okay. Now if I do that and I hit F, will that hold? Okay, that does hold. That's nice. Unhold. Turn it back to the Omni Wand and basalt it. Probably should come over here though and check make sure there's no basalt. There's actually a ton of basalt, which is crazy. We should have a compacting drawer too for the cobblestone. Crazy I don't have that yet. Now what is the food situation? Let's get rid of this last piece of bread. And then we have all of this iron. Iron that I should be putting in a blast furnace. Let's actually do that. Let's I gotta improve this setup. This workflow's no good. I gotta come up here, get all turned around, and then pick up some coke. So there's no reason why I couldn't change this to dump down below like everything else. We still have tons of room. And the coal situation is doing how good? Not good at all. We have no coal. For curiosity, what can I do to make coal? Is there any kind of a IC2 crop, hopefully? Fingers crossed. What is this? The excavator? Interesting. Never seen it presented like that before. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. How do I get coal essence though? Okay. A hot minute away from that, I guess we're just mining it. It'd be cool to have zip lines. Zip lines too, I think. Put a block in, put those blocks in, take those out. Probably should do something like that. Cool. Okay, so let's get these off the hotbar. Let's do a dump. Inventory is nice and clean. We have a fish. I thought I didn't have a fishing rod. I wish there was an easier way to get fish. This is not bueno. Okay. Now let me make a bait. Probably should hotkey this too. Okay, please give me some fishes. Wait a second, there was a net. A fish. A barrel of... Whoa. Turns rats into fish? Okay, so we can't make this until we have... Until we have this, which is... Okay, this is interesting. Place the seed on the ground, wait for it to randomly burst to create copies of the resource used to create it. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Um, wow, this is. Oh man, this is a wild. Okay, so the whole reason that I want to make this this thing is for fish, just to get cats, just to get the fur balls. But if we can get black iron, because we're pretty far away, I would say. Wait a second. Electrum induction. Okay, so this is all possible. Wait a second. Wait a second. This is all possible. Oh, ouch. Okay. Okay. No, you know what? This just got really ugly really quickly. Okay. No, not doing that at all. So black iron, we can make the nuggets. And how many do we need? We need 9 ingots. We need 1 block. And if I was to make, so that would be 9 times 9 is 81 of these. So we had 81. So we only need like maybe four of those. Um, we can make this, right? There's nothing weird about that. Skystone. 4. So we would need like 4 of those. Okay, so this is. I got 20 more minutes here before I have to run, so maybe this is a good little project to work towards. Okay, let's start something small here. We want. Ooh, the golem. We can make a golem. Okay, this looks even worse, perhaps. Oh, this is just the wildest rabbit hole of crafting. Okay, let's take a step back. We want to make a troll's hammer. Interesting. Oh, okay. So bees. So bees were the right path. Quartz. I was here for fish. A turtle. We're not really getting the kind of fishes that I wanted. Well, let's throw this in here again, then let's eat whatever the heck this stuff is. And I'm sure none of it's going to turn to fishes, right? No. Alright, well, let's eat it. Wait, can I cook a turtle? We can cook a turtle. That's huge. What about an oyster? Oyster sauce? We'll do cooked oyster first. Get all the easy food snacks. Okay, so I would love to get some of this quartz and then dupe it in the most optimal way. Not the most optimal way. The easiest way. Maybe that is optimal. I don't know. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so let's eat this turtle. Have an oyster. Finish it off with some bread. Perfect. Okay. So I want to make this stuff. And should I make like a stack of it? Sticky. I'm assuming I have a lot of it. He says as he completely runs out of it. Darn. Lead. Lead. Let's grab some lead. And let's grab some quartz. Ooh, we're getting full. We're getting full. Maybe these sticks should be in a drawer. Actually, some of this stuff is just obnoxious that I made. Huh. Okay, let's do that. Just kind of squeeze a little bit of room. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get rid of that. Put that there. Put that there. Whoop, whoop. Put that there. Let's hurry it along. Let's unwall it. Probably gonna run out of power, I would think, right away. Cool. You. No. Why? Why? Oh, we do have some. Interesting. How many is some? Oh, we have a lot, actually. And we got 9 little pieces. Interesting. Okay. So this is not even that big of a deal. But let's just finish it off. Oh, I combined them. We vein mine, or not vein mine, can we ore? Can we time in the bottle it? Okay. This is good. This is good. This is we're making a what are we making? We are making a bunch of this stuff. Probably should make like 8 of them, I would think, which means we have no peat. Aha, and then we need oh, what's this whole thing? A blind bandit. Interesting. Okay. Let's try to make some of this stuff. Can we make some of it? Nice. Love to see that. 1, 2. Wish I could shift click. 3, 4. Okay. This is actually really promising. I have way more peat than I thought I did. Oh, and then it's gone. Oh, this is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. He says as it all falls apart. Carbon. Do we have carbon? We have no carbon. A block of charcoal compressed. A block of charcoal. Oh, we had charcoal. I need to start another one of them forestry things. Okay. Let's get the compressor going. The compressor is you. Okay. Now I gotta just double check again here. We don't have any carbon bricks, just in here, eh? Yes. Mr. Mouse, get to work. Okay, so while that's happening, we are wanting to explode it to get some of this. So we need TNT. I don't know how much. I should probably make at least 2 of them. Okay. And I'll make a lever that I'm going to explode. What else? So it's going to make this dust, and then this dust is going to be actually so this dust has to be I gotta write a list here. Blasted coal. There's a whole assembly line of stuff that has to get done, it would seem. I think I'm just going to do 8, he says as he runs out of it. Please just let me make 1 more. Nice. Oh, it's paying dividends here. Good. Okay, so we explode that 100% chance to get 4 of them. Take those. I do have way too many. A bottle of syngas. Oh, fire water. Interesting. What was I doing with this stuff? Okay, 4 of them to make a burst seed. And place it on the ground and wait for it to randomly burst into copies of the resource used to create it, which should give those. Okay. So I probably should have a chest with a collector. Grab one of the cheap ones. Okay. Let's put you there on the ground. I hope that doesn't have some kind of weird performance issue. They just spawn straight out in the daylight, eh? Okay, so if we did... Am I being hunted right now? I feel like I'm being hunted. Get down. Huh. Now, I'm assuming I have to place this. We got 4 of them. Oh, that's perfect. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh. 2, 4. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, 32. Duh. 32 divided by 4 is a number. 8. Cool. So, what does this mean? And the whole reason I'm making this is just for the balls of fur. It's not even like it's for fish to tame ocelots. It's not even like it's a smart play. Okay, so we got lots of invar. We've got so much invar and then heavy fuel. So we have no skystone. So we need we gotta crush some of the heavy stuff. Do I do 16? Okay, so let's make a ton of stacks of that apparently. Whoops. So let's drop all of that on the ground and just give it the old crush job. Oh, so much stuff. Okay. So now we need a skystone. Do we have any skystone? We do have a little bit. Let's see. I don't see it. It's 2 pieces. That's not really enough, is it? Huh. So is there no meteors? Literally a meteor there. Up from the swamp. There's no closer meteor. There's a town there and I didn't take a portal there. Is that a meteor? It sort of, kind of, maybe looks like one, but not a lot of one. So I have all these teleportation spots. With no meteor. Super conveniently placed. And my base is here. There's one right there on this cool looking island. You know, that could be an interesting place to have a base one day. Maybe I should just pop over there. It's the plains too. The plains might have an interesting property. Yeah, let's just jump down, boat across. Do we have a boat? We do. I'm gonna have to leave here right away. I should have a path like this that just goes that far. Just run the whole way. It's turning nighttime. Just an absolute worst time to go on an adventure. Can we boat through there? Not really. It's actually not a super nice place to boat to. Oh, we got some lag. There's my alarm saying I got to get ready. Let's push that. Okay, so that sleeping bag is gonna need some replacing pretty soon. Oh, look at that. I actually need... Whoa, whoop. What just attacked me? Must have been a silverfish. Didn't see him even. Lots of copper. Got so much copper. There was a little while I was getting desperate, but now we are swimming in it. Can I boat through here yet? Not really, sort of, kind of. Oh no, we're sinking. Oh, yeah. Oh, good lord. There's a lamprey on me. What's this? Must be a shark down here. Definitely a shark down here because there's a lot of dead corpses. Is that a mermaid? It's a mermaid. Oh god, there's a whale? Jesus. Is there something coming after me in the water? Oh, it's my boat. I want this whale. Come here. Am I gonna regret this? Is the whale hostile? I need... Where'd the whale go? He's fast. I don't see him. Oh, we got a whale. Yoink. Okay, where is the... That's right in front of me. Oh, where am I going to put this whale? Do I have any name tags? The $1,000,000 question. Get over here. Wait a second. What if the whale just spawned fish around it and killed them? It probably doesn't. Wait, we do have skystone, don't we? Wait, is skystone is in my dank null. What's this? Poisonous? 10. We don't want 10. Okay. Let's put down a torch. Okay, so we got that. Let's put the boat away. Let's drop some seeds on the ground and we'll keep the calamari. Okay, so we need a sign and we need 8 of those and we need the labeler. So let's put down some flute powder and this is going to be called Whale Plains. We'll call it Plains because that's what it'd be. If I make a building here, I'll call it something like Whale Mansion. Okay, so we got everything. We have a white. Oh, we almost forgot this part. Create a waypoint. This is the most important part. Without it, I do not know about my thing. This is called planes. So flew planes. It is green. It is confirmed. We are good to go. The base, is it? Or is it command? Cool. Somebody's digging. Who? Whoop. Whoa. We still are missing a type of thing. Wait, let's keep those. We might want those for something else. Macerator. Yeah, I won't do all of it. Close enough. Okay, this is good. This is good. Put those there. Heavy fuel smelting. I don't know where that should go. Guess we got this. We got this. I can put this away. So we need gunpowder. We should have lots of gunpowder. Gun. We have 2 and a bit. And let's just consolidate those pieces. Okay, so skystone, this. Uh-huh. So I guess we're making 14 of them. That's what the math works out to be in. Okay, so let's make this, right? Did I do it? Okay, so we got bursting seeds. Very cool. Only 14 though. And we need the in bar. Okay. I don't know how big this explosion is. Now, can I tick accelerate this? Oh my goodness, they went everywhere. Oh no. Who could have imagined? Oh, who could have imagined that would have happened? Wonder how far they went. We got 10. Okay, so we lost a lot of them. Oh no, we got 22. Okay, so that's actually maybe respectable. So I need to be in a closed-in space. It's basically what that means. I must have a closed-in space of a room, right? If we go over here and we go down, oh, we never fixed the portal in the down direction. Oh, we need more of those. Okay, so let's make 1, 2 of those. Don't forget about that whale. Okay. I have to get running here, but I want to do one last thing. Okay. So we got this. We got this, and hopefully this isn't a massive mistake. But let's do 2 of them. Perfect. Okay. Love that. Okay, so let's look for a name tag. We don't have it, so we need a name tag. Whale. Make a whale cage. Let's see if that message persists. Okay, so we're going to have tons. Name tag. We need flax? Kidding me? What are the odds we have flax in the old garden? Oh, everything's turned into a mill house. Nice. Okay, I gotta run.